All right, all right, all right. Guys, why I'm smiling because I had like a lot of connection issues, and you will see in the bloopers. But hey, episode 25 of Swish Nomad is here. I'm so glad to host today's episode. Let's congratulate, each other. We got 25 episodes. That's good.
That's true.
A quarter of
I feel like
100 episodes.
Keros want to beat you.
I'm trying to be a team player. I'm actually just trying to be a team player. He said he
Let's
wanted
go.
to congratulate us for 25. All right, let's congratulate.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's do
yeah,
it.
yeah. All right, we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna greet the co-host. We're gonna start by the youngest one. Djigo, how are you?
I'm doing good. Um, I'm happy. Homeboy brought back the MVP trophy back home, so quite happy about it,
I know
Yeah.
it, right? Good. And OG, the lady. I know you want to
Hi.
beat me, but
I
tell
mean,
me
yeah,
what's up.
don't worry. When I see you in, it's on site. When I see you in Abidjan, you're going to get a couple licks, a little
FIBA,
left, right,
FIBA connection.
a little Anthony Joshua for you. Just,
Feedback connection, huh?
yeah. I just
And
learned
Fever
something
fight.
today that Djigo is younger, is the youngest. I didn't know that.
yeah, he's the youngest. And please,
Aw.
guys, I want all of us to say Happy Father's Day to the man himself,
Oh, yes.
P
Happy
Funk.
Father's Day.
I
Pedro, how
know.
are you,
Happy
young
Father's Day,
golden
brother.
boy?
You know what it is? Like, first of all, everybody's like, it's not Father's Day in Angola. But okay, when everybody comes to know
Oh,
Father's Day, I was like, come on, our Father's Day is March 19th. But okay, I'll take it.
oh.
I'll take it. Just another day. Yeah, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna stick with you, P Funk, and we want you to give a message to the fans about episode 25. So, what can you say to the fans?
I mean, first of all, we were supposed to record this 2 days ago, you know? That's
Tell him.
what's up.
Tell him.
That's what's up. And then because one was there, the other one was somewhere else, we didn't. But I'm on vacation. But hey, listen, that's how much Switch Nomads means to me. You know, my family's over there in the other room. I'm here recording this. So this is important. Episode 25 will be just like episode 24, 23, 22. It's going to be highlighting African basketball at its finest, Africans speaking about African basketball. And then, listen, don't forget, Petra should have won that. But hey, congrats to the winners. Whatever we give you. Listen, we're gonna get you next year.
Look at the young boy with the glass. All
He's a
right, we're
hater,
gonna
man.
do
He's a hater.
Cheers.
He's trying to claim Jean-Jacques Boissy. Okay, good for
yeah,
good
of
for
course.
him.
What do
You
you mean
know?
trying to name? He's Senegalese.
That's
It's not
crazy.
trying.
How
Yeah.
Senegalese?
It's kind of like yo. It's kind of like, oh yeah. Listen, Namias Keita is from Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau speak Portuguese. Is next to Angola. Whatever. We got
That's a,
It's
NBA
not the
champion.
he's
same,
No.
Senegalese. What are you
Pedro.
talking
It's
about?
not the same.
That's not the same. Come on now. You said it.
All right, guys, we're
Hey,
Yeah.
gonna do.
it's okay.
We
We got this.
So we got good stuff on the table. We have hot topics. We have BAL season 5 recap, and we have the quiz as well. And the main subject will be about South Sudan. So let's jump right in with OG. What do you have for us as hot topics?
Just before we start, shout out to Jonathan, who can't be here this episode. But he did tell us a little tea that I'm going to share with you. Matthias Madi, the Madagascan, has pulled out from the draft this year due to an injury he picked up at training. Summer camp with the Cavs. So we're expecting he will take another year, go back to school, heal up, and then enter the draft again next year, which, if we're all honest here in this group, is what we thought he should have done anyway.
Oh hell yeah. It's always your
Okay.
own
Yeah.
people.
Exactly.
It's
No,
always your own
no, no,
people,
no.
bro.
This
I
one,
was
this
waiting
is
for
for his
Jonathan to be there.
betterment. You know what it is? This is God telling him, slow down, jam your
Yeah.
hype.
Yeah.
This is not your year. There's no need to rush. Next year, you're going to get bigger and better for you. So we're
True.
wishing him well. We hope he recovers well and gets back to doing what he does best. And we will talk about him in next year's draft, which is where we want to see him.
Gotcha.
Uh, other things that are coming up. Well, I'm not going to say anything BAL related because we're going to have a whole section on that. But it is 12 days until the FIBA Under 19s World Cup, where we will have Mali and, hold on, I know
Cameroon,
this,
Cameroon,
Cameroon, who will be competing for
and
Africa.
yours truly gonna be there. That's what's up.
You
P Funk is
forgot.
going to give us courtside
Yeah,
reporting.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
he's
yeah,
going
yeah.
all the way to is Switzerland, right?
Yeah, yeah, Lausanne. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
all the way
That's
to
cool.
Switzerland.
You
And
forgot about Nigeria, though, OG. Your own
yeah,
people.
but that's in the women's. It's the
Yeah.
men's that are starting in 12
Yeah,
days. The
yeah,
women's
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
start till July. Come on, you should know your calendar dates, bro.
FIBA
There's so
connection.
much
Don't
Wow.
competition.
don't come, don't
Shots
turn
are
up late
fired.
and then spit on my hot topics. Okay, I practiced in the mirror before I started this. Okay,
All right.
so just to let you know about the game. See, you ruined my flow. I had a whole thing. Just to let you know about the games. The first game for Mali is going to be against Serbia on Saturday, the 28th of June, and for Cameroon, they will face France on the same date. So obviously, as we get closer, we will talk to you about who's on the rosters for each team, who they're in the groups against, and we're wishing both teams well. We want them to fly the African flag really, really high.
Hi. Yep.
And the last piece of hot topics is, if you don't know, Women's Afrobasket is coming up in July, and teams have started releasing their rosters. We are waiting right now. We've got just a few preliminary rosters. Once we get
Mm.
like final updated rosters, we are going to do a deep dive into this Women's Afrobasket and let you know who we think will be the movers, the shakers, the winners, and the losers. And that is it from me in hot topics.
All right. All right. I think that someone here wants to talk about Matthias Madi. What you got for us, Jigo?
Hey, bro. I mean, Kero said it. It's just like God giving you signs, telling you, "Hey, you're going way too fast. Slow down a bit. It's not your time yet." Because I mean, we all we all said it in the podcast. You know, even if he got his name in the draft, he wouldn't even get drafted. So it would be such a waste of time for him. I mean, go back to school, get another year. I mean, I hope that he will be fine till AfroBasket. I mean, if he's called, and then show off in AfroBasket, you will use it as an opportunity. So, I mean, that's good. That's good for his career. That's an unfortunate injury, but that could lead to a fortunate event. I hope. And yeah,
Yes, we
I hope it's there because I feel like Jonathan was wishing that too. Always your own people.
always your
No,
own people. All right, and before talking about the AfroBasket women, what do you know about Angola so far playing?
I mean,
Preliminary.
hey, listen, listen, listen. There's a lot of new faces. Angola is going through. Like we finished 10th place. Come on, it was it's not Angola like to be finishing in 10th place. So there's a
Yeah.
renewal of the national team. There's like some girls that play in the states, either in college. There's a girl that just graduated from University of Florida. There's a girl that's in JUCO. There's a girl that went to D1 now. And there's a couple of high school girls. So they got some girls that play in the States, girls that play in Europe, and then the core, like we got Nadia Manuel, Avelina Pezo, Cristina Matikit. So we have like our bigs are intact, and then there's some new faces. Hopefully we'll see who the final 12, the 12 women is going to be. But like I'm very hopeful for this year's edition of women's Afrobasket. We'll
Let's hope
see.
let's hope for the best for the ladies. And OG,
Hmm.
we're gonna close it with your thoughts about those young teams that will participate, represent Africa to the under 19s. What do you think both teams will accomplish this year? Do you think that they'll break records? Do you think that we're gonna see Mali again on podium or Cameroon create a surprise? What do you think?
I mean, the hope is that they will break records. I don't think any team turns up to any competition anticipating losing. Uh,
Yeah.
what we do have is two teams that are the strongest in Africa. Both Cameroon and Mali prove that in the under 18s
Yeah.
Afrobaskets. So we are sending the best we have. We already know what both Mali and Cameroon's federations have done to get their young people to the caliber that they are. And I don't think this is a World Cup where we're going to see Africa in last place. I don't think that at all. I think we are at the point now where people are paying attention to our young people because they are doing they're doing the work and they are being supported by federations, processes, systems that want them to succeed and want to see them at the next level. So for me, I think both teams will. I mean, one team's going to struggle a lot more, but make it out of the group stages. And I'm interested to see them in the knockout rounds. Um, there are teams out there. I would say, like the Asian teams, are probably the teams who we could really beat. I think there are
Yeah,
some European teams as well that are lackluster, and actually we could come up against them. But we know that the biggest teams out there in men's under 19s, USA, USA, Spain, France.
yeah.
We know that for a fact. So, and they're already facing some of them in the group stages. So if they can get those jitters out of the way nice and early, I think it sets them up to have a really good tournament and to show the world what Africa can do, not just now, but in the future as well.
Cool, perfect. Let's hope for the best for all of us and all of these young guys. All right, we jump right into the next phase, which will be about South Sudan. So I expect you guys to answer my questions. I know these are simple questions, but hey, we're gonna see what's up. OG,
Oh, it's questions. I
yeah.
thought it was the history section, so I wrote my little my little history section. I did not read the running order. I'm sorry,
Yo,
I
but
didn't do
they
my.
knew there's not, yeah, it's
But hey,
But
absolutely, you did good though. It's much needed, you know. It's much
Yeah.
needed.
see,
Can I just read you what I've written? Because I
nerd,
already
we,
prepared it.
nerd, nerd. Me, 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 me.
we're gonna do commercial break now. I think we need a sponsor. We're gonna do commercial break so that you will have time to prepare. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Okay.
today's topic is about South Sudan, and as you know, guys, this year will be another history year for South Sudan, as both national team men and women will participate for the second and first Afro Basket. First for the women, second for the men. And the topic was who can beat South Sudan on and off the court. So to make things easier and allow everyone participate, I just had few questions. Since Jonathan is not there, I'll leave the floor to P Funk. And what do you think? Like the first question was the key factors, like seeing South Sudan from 2020 to 2025. What are the key factors that highlight South Sudan so far?
Yo, listen, as much as I would like to say we could beat them, they kicked our butts in in the Philippines, in Manila. They did. They come on. In 2023, they had the MVP of Basketball Without Borders, MVP of the G League, the point guard,
Hmm.
Carlick Jones. They had the MVP
Carla
of the
Jones, yeah,
they have the MVP of the Basketball Africa
of the
League,
BAL. Last two
and then
MVPs though.
they had they had NBA players. They got some other NBA players that weren't allowed to play, but I think they still in there. They got JT Thor. They got Wayne Gabriel. I mean, I heard that Bull wants to play. So they scary. Those guys are scary. They got shooters. They got rebounders. Got like it's if Luol Deng is able to get all of them on the same page, and then now Kamama Watch is 2 years older. You know, he's
Mm,
stronger, faster. Don't know if he's going to be able to because it's going to be the NBA draft. He's going to be drafted as training camp. I don't know.
mm,
Some of these NBA players are on the verge of signing contracts or not. JT Thor, I don't know if he's going to be able to come. Bol, I don't know. Wayne Gabriel plays in the EuroLeague now, so I don't know. But I'll just say that
mm,
wherever they bring, South Sudan is going to be well represented, and then it's to me, is like a model that other African countries should follow. Is say, hey, get your diaspora. Don't just think, okay, because listen, let me give you an example. I saw the Swiss women's national team, women's national team. There's two Angolan girls. They're playing for Switzerland.
Mm.
They could have played for Angola if our federation was quick to act on whatever. But as I was saying, the South Sudanese Federation in a person of Luol Deng, and I think his brothers also helping him out manage the whole thing, is like they're doing a wonderful job. My hat goes out to them. I tip my hat, and then I just say, hey, bring them on. I mean, we listen. In order to be the best, you got to beat the best, right? So right now they're the best of Africa. If someone wants to reclaim that throne, whatever, there's got to go through them. But right now I don't see. I mean, okay, yeah, DRC beat them, but it wasn't South Sudan. If you know what I mean.
All right.
I
I see what
disagree
you mean.
with that last point. As in, it wasn't South Sudan. I
It
think if you
was.
wear the no, if you wear the South Sudan jersey, or South Sudan. Like that's not. I you. That's like saying like some players are more valuable or more important than others. I don't think that's true. I think you could argue that it was a different team than they took to the Olympics, but every
Okay,
team
yeah.
does that. Like the
True,
team that
true, true.
Nigeria took to the Olympics is not the same team that's going to go to a qualifier. So yeah.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, when I meant it wasn't South Sudan, it wasn't like full force, the absolute best team they could bring.
Mm.
Like I said, yeah, but you're right, right, right. They were wearing South Sudanese jerseys with like South Sudan on their chest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They got beaten. So it's like, yeah, more power to the Democratic Republic of Congo, and they can surprise some people if
Mm.
all of them come. They can
Mhm.
surprise some people too. They can surprise some people.
That's the thing. Like for me, I believe that you need to lose in order to win. And for me,
Mm.
you once you are losing games, you can bounce back, study the game better, see your weaknesses, and work more towards new victories. OG, before giving you the mic, I just want to do a quick recap. Like since 2020, South Sudan did replace Algeria due to COVID
Mm.
during that time, and it was the 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 grant access to the qualifiers because they finished second after losing against Cape Verde in Cameroon back in 2020. And from that year until now, it has been always improve success from Africa to the world. So my question is this for you, OG. Do you think that South Sudan is the best example, best, or if you want, perfect African example for basketball development in the continent? If yes, why?
Okay, so the way I kind of looked at this is one, I don't think there can be a perfect example. The reason why I don't think South Sudan is a perfect example is because they're a unique case. So for those that don't know, they joined FIBA in, I believe, 2013, right? And that was only 2 years after they gained independence. Then in 2019, Luol Deng becomes the president of the federation, and he decided, this is the plan I'm going to follow, this is the structure I'm going to follow. So I think already in that kind of scenario, that makes them a unique case study. It's not something that can be replicated by any federation now, because they've already have established systems and ways of doing things. What can be adapted and can be looked at as to say this is a great way of doing things is what he put in place and what they're doing now. So that breaks down into, the first thing is being a diaspora first approach. So they recognize, based on what happened, a lot of their talent was in Canada, uh, Australia, US, and the UK. So what did they do? They went and they found their players. They went around, they looked for diaspora talent, and then they built a system that could support those players coming to training camps, coming to Afro baskets, coming to World Cup qualifiers, and building a family that says, regardless of where you are in the world, you are South Sudanese. And when you wear those words and those colors on the chest, that means something. And that something is important, not just to this family, but to the people in South Sudan who are watching. And I think creating that atmosphere has given us something that other teams don't seem to have. The second thing he did was he's a strong leader. From the beginning, he made it very clear that these are the goals I'm trying to reach and achieve. Get on the train or jog on. This is how we're going to do things, and this is how it's going to proceed. And what's great about that is you have seen progression every time. So he's not wrong. When he says we're going to do it like this, then you see the progression. Then we're going to do this, and you see the progression. Therefore, he set up a system of trust between himself and the players, himself and the fans, himself, the federation, himself, and the government. And that's very hard to do. The next thing is he didn't wait for government funding. He went outside and partnered with different external organizations to either get funding or to get streams to provide better facilities or better paths for his players. So that's everything from NBA Academy to private camps. He leveraged his relationship with FIBA, Nike, and the BAL to ensure that his players are positioned in a way that they are seen. When we talk about African basketball, you cannot have a conversation without mentioning, this is mainly the men I'm talking about, without mentioning South Sudan. They are in the conversation because he went out and found those partnerships with Peak and with local television. He's done that. He didn't wait for, and say to the government, give me my budget for this year. He went and found that. And then whatever the government gives him, it's an additional bonus. Also, we can argue he did self fund a lot of things himself because he had the money to do that. But that would also tell me that he's a responsible businessman. He went, he made his money, he invested it. Now he's taking that investment and reinvesting it back into his country. How many former NBA players do we know that are doing that to the level that he's doing it and being successful with it? The next thing he instilled is a sense of cultural pride. Whenever you listen to interviews from South Sudanese players, there is a sense of pride for playing for South Sudan. They talk about it creating this emotional connection between each other as players, but them and their fans. And even if you're not South Sudanese, we as Africans feel that because they're talking about something that some of us have experienced, but some of us can empathize with, even if we haven't experienced that. They had to leave their home and go somewhere else and be something else for such a long period of time, and now they have the opportunity to come home and be themselves and represent who they are and shine as bright as possible. How many people know what that means to have to pretend to be something else to fit into a different society? And then to come back and say, we as brothers and sisters, we're going to do what we can to achieve the best we can. And then when they achieve it, everyone celebrates. I don't think there is an African who didn't watch the Olympics and smiled with pride when South Sudan stepped on court. Let's be very real about it. So they've been able to create this connection between all of us that says we are proud that they are a part of our story and our history. And hopefully other federations can see that and find a way to put that in somehow. And then the last thing kind of really ties up with it, but they're inspirational. The South Sudan story is inspirational in itself, and it shows you don't need a big budget to succeed. If you can organize talent, lead with vision, build a strong national identity around the sport, you can compete at the highest level and succeed. And that's why they're a good case study for how to change the game in your country, but they're not perfect.
Okay, okay. Well said. Arguments are strong. I won't deny that, and I totally agree. We're going to switch to Djigo. I know Senegal has some history talking about NBA players and giving back to the community. But if you look at the Sagada Job or Gorridien, or these guys and the new generation, Baba Kassani, Makta Gay, all of these guys who have G League or NBA experience. Um, what can you say about the impact of Luol Deng on South Sudanese basketball? If you do a comparison between Gobert and giving back to the community or his impact
Mm.
towards Senegal basketball, what can you say about Luol Deng's impact on South Sudan?
Yo, I mean, it's huge. So that's a very good question because there is also case studies that absolutely can back up what I'm about to say. Knowing that Luol Deng have achieved something like a lot of players that have played overseas or high level in the NBA and trying to give back to the community didn't. For example, let's say Gorgi Sijan. Gorgi Sijan tried to give to the is doing a lot of giving back to the community, right? As in even if in the basketball ecosystem here in Senegal. I would just name you one example that happened in the World Cup in 2014, if am I correct. Senegal was one of the best teams in Africa. And then the team qualified directly to the quarterfinals and get beat by Spain, a 14-point game or 15-point game, something like that. Did you know that all that trip was sponsored by Gorgi Jang? the, the trip the trip in itself, the players, the payment, and the everything related to that competition was sponsored by Gogi Jiang. But something that Gogi Jiang like, wasn't able to accomplish is to get everybody in page and having the same goal and pursuing the same goal. I mean, having a one and only mission and then pursuing it. He's not the first NBA player that tried to do something, give back to the community. I mean, he's giving back to his hometown in Kebeme, building infrastructures, giving to the club a lot of resources, etc., etc. But the thing is not sustainable because he don't have everybody around him. When I say everybody, it's like the federations, it's like the people running the federations, it's like the government and everything would and all of those people. So if you don't have all those guys attached and following and trying to pursue one vision, you ain't gonna go far. Same thing happened. Gorgisian tried it, failed. Boniface tried it, also failed. You see what happened when the people from the federation went behind his back a little bit and then tried to gaslight him of the Senegalese failure or something like that. You see all of those examples, and you're trying to see what Luol Deng has accomplished. You can say that the bigger accomplishment that he achieved was to get everybody in the same page. And then I think Kero was saying it like you play with pride when you're representing your nation. That's the same message for probably all African countries. But there is a way of doing things. We know for a fact that Anglophone countries and Francophone countries, to be honest, are not run don't have like the same realities as in running organizations and whatever the case may be. So that one was something that our NBA players, our NBA guys, wasn't able to accomplish. That Luol Deng was able to accomplish with South Sudan. And then second thing, they created champions. South Sudan created champions, creating high basketball champions. We see the last two MVPs before Jean-Jacques Boissy, the last two MVPs were South Sudanese. If we look at the BA roster, I feel like every BA roster have a South Sudanese, and he's playing big time minutes and absolutely being the best player on the team. Let's
Sorry,
say
just before
it's
you
Ali.
continue, sorry, I have a question for you because you said something. You said that South Sudan created champions. I would argue South Sudan did not create those champions. Those champions were created by the Western world. Whether they were in Canada or the US or the UK, it was another system that created them. What he did was just bring them back into the fold. So I think it's unfair to say that, like, because of Luau Deng, those champions were created. I don't think so because the Australian system put into Nuniyama. Let's be very clear.
Or I think he wants to point out the fact of shaping or giving back to the community as a player
Oh yeah,
to give
the
in
Okay.
fact of
to,
giving back to the
to give
community.
to give to the youth generation, because I believe that on court, once a player plays, a kid like Mohamed Sadi said, like in 2009 he was 14 years old. He was inspired by Carlos Moraes. That's what he said. So maybe for a child looking at Nunio Mod lifting the trophy of the most valuable player, that might be an impact.
But wouldn't that have
Oh yeah,
happened anyway, though? Wouldn't so for example, if Nuni was still playing in Australia and he won the I can't remember what the Australian league is called,
The
and he
NBL.
lifted the trophy. Yes, thank you.
NBL, NBL, yeah.
And he lifted that trophy, wouldn't South Sudanese kids still feel inspired by him?
Yeah, but it depends. Like
I don't feel.
we are in an environment where BAL is getting popular.
Yeah.
So all of these are factors. All of these
Mm.
are factors.
Mm.
I understand what you are saying, as well as Jigo, but thanks for the
Okay.
precision. Yeah, yeah, of course.
Sorry, Deji. I didn't mean
Yeah.
to. Sorry, Jigo. Even I didn't mean to
Deji, let's
Oh
interrupt.
go,
no, no,
Deji.
no,
Wow,
no.
wow,
You're
wow,
good.
wow, wow. I
You're
don't
good.
even know why I brought that
We're
back.
going back to Deji. But yeah, what I was saying, like we absolutely see also like the coach of the South Sudan national team is an assistant coach in the NBA. So, they have all those Western culture that they bring into the community, they bring into the country. And it's working. I mean, they beat they halfway lost to the United States. Let's be real. We will have Wayne Gabriel, you have Bobo was a big time NCAA player before at Oregon before getting drafted. Injuries played on. You have all those players from South Sudan, and people are really looking for to be that. And then I just wanted to highlight like the fact that Liu Deng really achieved the most important thing is to get everyone together for the same vision.
All right, nice answers. But hey, I think it's the like OG said, it might be an example, but we're gonna keep with you, Jigo, and straight away, what do you think? Like, who can beat South Sudan on and off the court? With everything that we said, who can beat them? Let's say let's just start by off the court. Who can beat South Sudan off court?
Off the court, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if Rwandan players. Rwanda has produced high level player that plays overseas or in the NBA or something like that.
Sorry, what do you
So
mean when you say off the court?
off
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
court, I
yeah.
feel I feel like
No, no, no. When I say off the
no, I
court,
feel
I'm
like
talking about the national federation, the organization of events,
yeah, something
bringing
Oh,
like
people
that. Yeah.
together,
sorry. I just wanted to confirm.
um,
Yeah.
managing the players, the staff, and the team. I mean,
Mm,
uh, the preparation of the Yafu baskets, club. Yeah, all of these. Yeah.
mm,
To that extent, we can talk about logistics, but let's be more focused about marketing, getting the country known, the
Okay.
preparation of the players, the national federation working towards continental events, and BAL as well
Mm,
once they're qualified, promoting the game for the youth,
mhm.
everything basketball related but off court.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah. So who
I
who
mean,
you
for me,
got?
my answer, I don't think that they can beat him, but I feel like Rwanda is going really big.
Mm,
Rwanda is doing amazing things. I mean, first of all, when you're saying like organizing the thing, one of the most important things is to have a local league.
mhm.
It's to have a local league in your a local and functional league in your country. Rwanda produced some numerous BL team that represented Rwanda in the BL, APR, and Reg. South Sudan did not have a BL team in the
Cobra
local league.
Sports,
Cobra, yeah.
season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true, true. I forgot
He
about
said they're not good
that.
enough.
Correct.
That's why I didn't
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
name.
That's
No, I did not say that. But yeah, I feel like Rwanda off the court. Nigeria had the potential to to really beat to really beat
always
them,
your
but
own people.
organization is not their thing. So
Um,
yeah, on
it's
on
not a
the
thing.
court, on the court, I'm attempted to say Cameroon.
Oh,
I am very
Hmm.
tempted to say Cameroon.
Yeah.
Cameroon actually have
interesting.
the
Yep.
most. I mean, they sent a U18 to the World Cup, U19 to the World
Fairs.
Cup, and then they have 7 players playing the NBA. not only
Crazy.
not only they're no scrubs, they're actually high in talent. So whatever you
Facts.
bring to the table, they can also bring that to the table. So
Facts.
yeah, that would be my answer in that. I love my country, but I'm not gonna be biased. I'm just gonna be upset.
It's just got to be honest.
and you don't
Yeah,
have home court.
It doesn't
we
have
we keep that in mind. P Funk, Rwanda is off and Cameroon is off. So who do you guys who can beat South Sudan off court first and then on the court?
Oh, is that what he's? I didn't even understand it.
He's biased.
No, no,
He's
no.
so
I'm
biased.
not being biased. I'm just gonna say, hey, we got a score to settle. You know what happened in Manila. You know, yeah. Now we got Bruno because Bruno didn't play. Don't get me wrong. Bruno did not play. He got hurt against China. So we got Gilson, EuroLeague experience. We got Silvio. We got Bruno. Front court, our big men are good. We good. Um, we missing shooters, but but what I've heard, through the grapevine, there's the shooters aspect is going to be addressed soon, and then it's going to be a question of point guard play. But I totally agree with OG because Carlick Jones was purchased. He was like, "Yo, let me get the
Fair.
who's the MVP of the G League? Let's get him." Boom. Then,
That boy is
then,
so fair skinned compared to the rest of the team.
and then what we got? Like, okay, don't get me wrong. Wayne Gabriel, South Sudanese, Ahmad, like even JT Thor, whatever. But there were, and I heard that what's that guy's name that played? They used to play Thornmaker.
Shayok or
No,
Thornmaker, yeah.
Thornmaker wanted to play. They didn't allow him,
Mm.
but he's still playing
FIBA
for
said
us.
no.
Yeah, but he's still playing for Australia now, isn't he? Like,
Yeah, he
I
plays for
guess he's
Australia.
yeah. So
I think that's really unfair. Like that's the thing I didn't fully understand from FIBA because if everybody else was able, their argument was he's been playing with Australia, therefore he's Australian. My thing is he was playing with Australia because he didn't have a country to play with.
true.
So like
True.
I don't understand how he isn't allowed to it says switch, but it's not really switching. It's because
He's home.
that's
He's
who
coming
he
home.
is.
He's
That's his.
coming home. Yeah, true,
Yeah,
true.
I just didn't understand their what their decision
Yeah,
on that
true, true,
on him.
true. But to make it like I think there's a period that that needs to be absent from the national team. That's what
Ah,
happened with Betinho Gomes. Betinho Gomes played. He went to a Eurobasket, actually two with Portugal, but it was
okay.
2007, 2011, if I'm not mistaken. And then since then, I don't think he'd been called up by the national team. So when Cape Verde came, I was like, yo, I'll get him. I'll play.
Mm.
But then both federations need to be in an agreement. And also,
Ah.
Ater Majok, he wanted to play for South Sudan.
Yes, he did as
You
well.
know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then
He
He's
the
playing
plays
for
Lebanese
Lebanon, right?
Federation, yeah, but
Lebanon.
the Lebanese Federation, I think, wasn't okay with
They were
it.
like,
So
nah.
nah, he's
But
out. He's out.
I don't imagine Australia would say yes to letting Thon Maker go either. Because he's one
Facts,
of
fact.
their arguably
Hey,
one of their best brightest stars moving
what
forward.
what about the other kid that plays for the Blazers? That big man. What's his name? What's his name? I forgot his name. A ball-headed dude. Like he also played for Australia. So it would be
Mm,
scary. But there's another thing. They're all big men. If
yeah.
you realize.
They don't really have natural point guards, do they?
Yeah, that's a
That's
thing.
why they
But they
purchased
have
That's
him.
why they
Kylie
got
Jones.
Carlick.
And yeah, of
Carlos
course,
was putting triple double numbers in the Olympics. Who are we
Yeah,
talking
true,
about, guys?
true.
definitely.
But
No one's
still,
saying he's not
He'll
a good
probably.
player. We're not saying he's not a good player. We're just saying, like, if in the photo lineup, we can see which one is adopted. That's what we're trying to say.
true. It's the same as what's the guy's name? Jordan Clarkson. He's Filipino. His
Mm,
family's
yeah,
Filipino.
no, yeah.
He's not like And then they wanted to get Jalen Green too. He's also Filipino.
Oh,
Yeah, Jalen Green's also Filipino. But I mean, I
I
don't
didn't know
think
that.
it's kind of like remember when Marcel was like saying, "Oh yeah, Matt Costello, the motherland." I was like, yeah.
See, see, I think that there's a massive difference between like Jordan Clarkson looks Filipino. Like
Yeah,
I
yep.
think it's his mom or his dad is one of
Yes,
them is
some, yeah,
Filipino.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
actually makes sense. But with Clarkson, oh sorry, not Clarkson, Khalid Jones, I'm like, what part of you is South Sudanese? Just are you just saying the black part in general is
Or
just South
or
His
Sudanese?
name, his
or
name, his
or
name
huh?
is Carly
Oh,
Dan Jones. If you remember.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
oh,
see it
okay.
on the birth
Sorry. Yeah,
certificate. That's
yeah.
what it was. Khalid
What's the
Yang.
name? What's the name of that Caucasian lady that plays for Uganda?
Oh, stop it. Oh,
You know
stop
what I'm
it.
talking
Jenna
about?
J. Otto.
And
Otto,
then
no, no,
they
because they have the
replaced
other
her.
girl.
Yeah, they got another one,
Because
a
Jana,
blonde.
Jana
Yeah,
was sick.
yeah. And then her she had like black hair, so they got a
Yeah,
blonde
yeah.
girl now. They were like, "Yo, we're going
Stop.
all in."
But hey, I
I
feel like
mean,
Matt Costello look a little bit like Marcel, so fair enough to be a variant for him.
Marcel Costello.
A
No, it's
distant
all good.
cousin.
If it
Marcel
allows, hey,
Costello.
FIBA allows it. FIBA allows it. Don't get me
That's
wrong.
true. If
It's you
FIBA
know.
was serious, they
I
would
mean,
say no. Like,
But do you remember?
oh
Would
yeah,
you
for
remember
real.
when they had what's the guy's name? Brandon Davis.
Yes.
Uganda, right?
Brandon
Wow.
Davis, and Ish Wainwright. Who is Ish Wainwright? Half you go because how can both of them play? I never understood how.
One of them is like actually Ugandan, obviously.
Yes.
I mean, are you? But
Which
who?
is
Yes.
which is Ish, I think. Not Brandon
But
Davis.
no, Brandon
I
Davis
think
is
Brandon
not.
Davis is actually African American, right? Let's be
Yeah,
clear.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Ish Wainwright, one of his parents is actually Ugandan.
Is he
That's what
okay?
I
Okay,
think. That's
okay,
what I
okay.
think.
Because otherwise, they wouldn't be able to play both of them for
Yeah.
the national team. But
Yeah.
this kid was smart. You know, you got that Cotonou passport, played in Spain as Cotonou, didn't have to, and now he signed like a huge deal in Japan. He's going to Japan, like get paid. Yeah, hey, listen, it's win-win. The federation wants a former NBA player. He
Hmm.
wants that African passport that allows him to play as a non-U.S. player in Europe.
Mhm.
Matt Costello plays at ACB, right?
Yeah.
You got with
Oh yeah.
yeah, Cote d'Ivoire passport. The other kid too, the point guard from Guinea. What's the guy's name? The American with the
Uh
braids. It looks like Allen Iverson.
Shannon Dave Shannon
There you go,
Shannon
Shannon Evans. Yeah, he
Evans?
plays.
Shannon
No.
Yes, he,
Evans the second.
Shannon is it Shannon Evans the second, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Shannon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. See, it is what it is. It's like it's a brand. Players got a brand too now,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
they decide what they
But
want to play for.
but who you got? Of course, Jigo said Rwanda. So who you got?
Um, the fact that they don't have a
Cape
gym,
Town.
a covered arena to play, that's tells wonders about their because they I think they decided to invest more on outside of the country. Kind of like, okay, let's be big first, and then because don't get me wrong, they got those dinkers, 7'1", 7'2", 3% body fat that jump out the so they got they won the genetic lottery.
Mm.
They won the genetic lottery, so they can pull up like, oh, give me 5 Wayne Gabriels and 6 Nunez Mots. Let's go. They got that.
That's
But
crazy.
I think in terms of like a league. I think like Jigo said, Rwanda's doing a great job, and then all the northern African countries too. I think because I'm not going to be biased saying the Angolan league is super super super, which is not. There's like 3 teams on a women's side, 4 teams on the men's side, like quality teams that can actually you can make an actual living playing basketball. But like I would just say these northern countries, like Morocco, Tunisia, like Algeria. I don't know that much about it, but be like, listen, if South Africa wakes up and
Yeah.
decides to take all these Zulus, yo, Zulu, drop the spears, go and get some hoops. It's
It's
over.
crazy.
It's over.
Absolute crazy.
I'm telling you, if they decide to do it, and they get those big country-fed boars, to play,
Mhm.
like to play basketball, it's because
It's
they
gonna
got
be
the
dangerous.
infrastructure. Nobody can compete
Yeah.
with them in Africa. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
yeah,
True.
it's I was just yeah. I think
Oh, oh,
it's either those northern countries or South Africa.
Okay, okay. So, OG, we're gonna close the topic with you. Rwanda is
Okay.
out, Cameroon is out, North African countries, all of them are out. South Africa is out, and Angola is out. So, who can beat South Sudan off and on the court? Let's just start by off the court.
Well, I'm not going to listen to who you're telling me is out because he just stole my ideas. So that's not okay. Off the court, I had already thought you basically have to say Tunisia and Egypt because they have had for the longest time established leagues.
True.
And when we think about players getting paid regularly to play basketball, Egypt, Tunisia are places where you go and you get paid, you do your work, and you play in a competitive league week in, week out. So if we're talking about infrastructure, it to me it's those two countries. And I would say actually, if we're gonna be honest now, Libya is one to look out for because now that
Oh,
they have won the BAL, I think they're gonna get the investment from the government. They're gonna get people doing sponsorship. It's going to change the perspective in their country on what basketball can do. The same way when Morocco went to the FIFA World Cup and did the damn thing, they got investment, they got infrastructure, they got facilities. I think that that's what happens in North African countries. They see you succeed and then they want to support. So for me, that those are the countries that actually are going to compete on the same level on court. I think Cameroon was a really interesting choice, and I back that up because they're strong contenders going into this
yeah.
Afrobasket. But I'm gonna actually say DR Congo. I think if you've done it once, you can do it again, and that confidence they're going in with the confidence that we've already beaten this team, whereas everybody else has lost to that team. So it's a
Facts.
different emotional feeling when you're walking, when you're walking on the court with them. So yeah, that would be my on court, off court.
All right, cool. Do you want to know about me or no?
Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
Nope.
ahead.
go
Go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
He said no.
Nope. You can just
He's
move on.
jealous. He's
Next
jealous.
subject, right? Yeah.
So for my hand,
But go ahead.
who can beat South Sudan of course is so I have two. I have two. I have Mali. I have Senegal.
Off court.
Of course, yes, of course. Why? For me, Mali is like is the second example after South Sudan. What they need right now is support. Like I don't want to say financial, but the way of doing things. You know what I mean? Because they know how to look for sponsors. If you look at the sponsors of their jersey, they have agreements and they have people who are taking care of this. They have government support, and the result is that because of the under 18 championship that they both boys and girls won,
Oh,
now
wow.
they have an arena. You know, the system is the same from primary school until players going pro. So for me, of course, what they need maybe marketing side, they need promotion, they need to be recognized more so that they will be known as South Sudan is known now. Because it's not only South Sudanese who are playing in the US. There are a lot of Malian players playing in the US. They play in France as well. And every time those under 16, under 18 are going pros, they finish either Spain, Europe or US when we do have top leagues. So for me, Mali can beat South Sudan of course.
Oh,
On the court, uh, I don't want to say it, but yeah, I'll still say it. I have Senegal.
What are you talking about?
I have Senegal because it's crazy for me. But if you look at it closely, both countries have the same physical attributes.
Okay. Yes.
Both countries have NBA legends.
Yes.
Both countries can still and always look for sponsorship, and they do have the
Hmm.
the the. what I mean, the thing that Senegal is lacking maybe is the organization.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm, okay.
Luol Deng has a competitive edge over Senegal just because of this. And I
Mm,
coming back of the point of Djigo, I don't want to say that's the fault of it, but Anglophone and Francophone countries have not the same way of seeing things. Talking about organization as a whole,
mm, yeah.
for us, we love to talk a lot. Meanwhile, the Anglophone countries, quick, they do actions.
I'm
So,
sorry, we talk a lot too. Let's be very clear. We do a
but
lot of
not as much,
talking.
but not as much as the French people do.
Okay.
Talking about the organization as a whole, if you're
Mm,
talking about companies, there's a lot of strategy and plans on the French side. But on an English side, you do have, of course, you have plans, but
mhm,
they don't hesitate to go and see where they lacked, where they succeed, to bounce back
mm.
better.
Where would you class North Africa then on that? Like your Egypt's, your Tunisia's, your Libya. Are you calling them like
European.
Arab speaking country, or are
European.
you you're
No.
like
I didn't.
where do you put them on that scale in terms of francophone and anglophone?
Ooh, I'll say Anglophone. You know why? Because
Okay.
they're already professionals.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, they're already professionals. They've been in the game since so many years. You have Egypt who played AfroBasket back in 42 and 47,
Yeah.
Crazy.
and they won.
Mhm.
It was only 7 teams, but they won.
It's
Yeah,
mad when you think
they
about it.
won that. They won Eurobasket. So this explains for me the journey, the legacy that they've building until now. And as soon as you have that skill and talent to play the game the right way, off and on the court, it doesn't fade away at all. For sure, if you have people who are carrying the same way of doing and teaching things, and
Mm,
this in these years, in these 2020s, we still have coaches, we still have players who are carrying the legacy. That's where I'm putting Arabic countries. Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So for you guys, drop in the comments who you can beat South Sudan on the court and off the court as well. I know Djigo people will root for Senegal. So
Expect
I mean,
14,000 comments.
Jigo's fans.
very, very, very optimistic people, but sometimes you just have to be
okay,
They're as
realistic. I
optimistic
mean,
as
you have
Pedro
to put
and
a
his
lot of
people.
weight. You have to be a lot of. You have to put a lot of weight in organization because organizations as well might win you some trophies and championships.
oh
When you
really?
first was pointed it out when we played Afrobasket back in last Afrobasket in the semis against Cote d'Ivoire. I mean, knowing how the organizations were lacking in the coaching
Mm.
staffs and management and players preparation. I mean, they put the players ate jollof rice before the game because the players will say like, "We missed it, we want to eat it," and then they cooked it for them. So, the type of things. Crazy story, isn't it?
All right, guys. This closes the topic of the day, which was about South Sudan. Now we're gonna bring the weapons to shoot our shots for the BAL season 5. It's a wrap, guys. As you know, the new champion of the BAL season 5 is Al Hali Tripoli of Libya.
Let's go, Libya!
Congratulations, Libya. But he's okay.
Congratulations!
So for those who are not following the podcast, Jigo is saying that because he's a hater of Angola and Pedro. That's what it is.
Hate
But
watch
me, when I
over.
but for me, I'm actually just really proud of what Libya were able to achieve. They are the first team in the history of this competition to come from the qualifiers, the road to BAL, and to win the whole thing. They lost one game, their seeding game. One game. Understand that? Is that like it's 15 games, right? 14 or 15 games?
17 games.
17 games and they lose one. And understand that they were going up against teams that have organized, established traditions that have played in the BAL for the last 5 years consecutively, consistently. The best coaches, the best players, the most amount of money, all of the stuff. And I was going to say little Libya. Libya is not little, but in this sense, they were little. Little Libya came in and said, okay, we're just going to try and see what happens. And listening to, it was Usher and Quentin, they were talking about it in the post game analysis. And they said something about Libya is that you just can't predict what they're going to do. So it's really hard when you're playing against them to try and stop them, because every time you think you've figured out their attack, they just try something else. And everybody seems to understand we're going to try this thing and see what happens. And it works. I wouldn't say Sadi is the most consistent 3-point shooter, but when he gets on that court, it's like all he does is shoot 3-pointers. It's crazy because you're just like, from where? Where are you getting this from? What are you doing? And I've said this before, his presence, his emotion is infectious. You feel it in that team. That Libyan team, they are, we were just talking about South Sudan, they are playing for their country. They are playing for something that's bigger than just the BAL. If you listen to his speech at the end, when I can't remember, it's Sasali, right? Who
Mohamed
does
Saki,
the interview at the end of the competition, the lady, the former player,
Silale Shani.
Silale. She asked him, like, what does it mean to you? Like, what are you going to take away from this? And he said, like, basketball needs to grow in my country. People need to recognize that this is something that we can get behind and gets people to come out of their houses and gets people to do more. And the government can invest because we've proved that we can do it. Like, he was full of so much pride. And then just going on to something Jean-Jacques Boissy said, it genuinely made me cry when he said it. He said, like, you have all of these young people leaving Africa to go and play in the States or go and play abroad. And I'm proof that you don't have to do that. You can stay in Africa
He
and you
did
can
leave
play.
though.
Well, yeah, okay. But
He did leave though.
in terms of like, we can say that Jean-Jacques Boissy doesn't play in a foreign league. He, like, currently, right? Currently. He plays in the local league, right? So he's a local kid who had the opportunity to play. He went abroad, he came back, but he's proven that you can be from here and be successful. And I think that's the story that we don't tell enough. We always tell the stories of the people that get the opportunities to leave Africa and go and learn somewhere else and do something else and spend a long time outside of Africa, then come back towards the end of their career
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
be heroes. Jean-Jacques Boissy is a hero at the start of his career
Gotcha,
because
gotcha.
he's still young. And I think that that's a message that really should resonate with young people, that even if you don't get the opportunity to go and study abroad, that doesn't mean that you cannot be great.
Gotcha,
You can
gotcha.
still be amazing. You can still do something. You just have to work hard. You have to want it. You have to fight for it. And then you have to be given those opportunities. And luckily for him, I don't want to say luckily, like, it's God, it's all of these things that come into play. He was given the opportunity to play and to do that and to become the first Senegalese player to win the BAL. So
Wow.
even though I'm not Senegalese, I am very, very, very proud of him.
You
Alright.
are very welcome in our country. You know,
Thank you
if
so
you
much.
want to
I'll
be
be there too.
Senegalese, you
Can
know.
you can you just
Oh, I'm
nod?
already claiming him. All you little girls who be in his DMs, back up. Just back up. Because
He's
even if you listen
mine.
to episode 1, I told you Jean-Jacques Boissy was mine. So relax yourselves. Don't be sliding in the DMs now that he's got a championship ring. I was there from the beginning, just so you know. All right. Back to you. So,
P Funk. Sorry for not achieving the back to back, but hey, there's someone who was doubting about you, like doubting about the players, doubting about Angola, doubting about Petro. But you have history as well. You try to defend your title for the second time in a row in the finals. People were expecting Petro to not get qualified to the
Oh
playoffs,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you guys turned down the narrative and solo. I mean, four final appearances,
Wow.
is on a 2-2 record. But seeing solo play in Angola with Petro especially, and seeing the performance of Petro de Luanda as a whole, what are your emotions? What can you say about the BL so far for the finalists?
I mean, every time I watch them play, they lose. Every time I watch them play live, they lose. So I made sure, hey, I'm not gonna watch any. Listen, next year I'm probably not gonna go to the finals. I'm gonna go to the the conference and watch them play. But like I said, they like most, especially like Djigo doubted us. It was only Marcel. Marcel was the only one. Marcel was like the only one saying Petro. You know, and no, don't get me wrong. The team was like one. It was a one bad game. Because I think, like I said, the Angolan league allows three foreigners, right? Non-Angolan, three foreigners, right? And then we had like the Senegalese, that big guy. What's the guy's name? I forgot.
Yeah,
Papa.
Alces
Yeah,
Badji is his
Baji,
name.
Papa Baji. You
Yeah,
guys are Papas,
Yeah,
huh?
Alces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got Rigoberto from the Dominican Republic, and we got the goat,
Fine.
Solo Diabate. But then there's two other players, actually three other players joined. They're not able to play, but that cannot be the excuse because some countries only one foreign player, so we cannot use that as an excuse. We lost to a better team. We lost. We just, we gotta, when we win, we gotta celebrate. When we lose, we gotta go and bow down gracefully and say, hey, you know, we're gonna try to do it next year. The only team ever to always make it to the semifinals,
That's
you
fair.
know, and then
yeah,
That's
so
actually fair.
so it can't be luck. It's a it's
No.
it's it's a program that's been
Yeah, it's
and we
pedigree. It's
yeah, and
championship
we
Yeah.
pedigree.
started
Yeah.
and we started with Coach Neto. Now we got Coach Sergio. Like, and Petro keeps winning at home, keeps winning at
Hmm.
home, and then we'll address our deficiencies. And then I was always saying that we need in Africa we need big men like bruisers, and we didn't have that. Yannick is not a bruiser. Patrick Gardner's not a bruiser.
Mm,
Clausio is the only one very aggressive, but Clausio is a
that's
four.
true.
Clausio is not a five. So maybe next year we gonna address that issue. And I think we had an excess of point guards. We didn't need that
Mm.
many point guards, and I think we needed like some help at a 3 and 4 position. But I have absolute trust in Petro's GM and the vice president.
Mm.
They know what they're doing. So we'll get to play again next year.
Can I
So
just say one
all
more
right.
thing as well? I
yeah,
felt
yeah.
like watching the game, and maybe you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I felt like Alali wanted it more than Petro. That's what it felt like watching it.
I think
What?
Petro thought, okay, the semifinal it was, because they were unbeaten, right? And we beat them, and it was like, wow,
Mm,
we won it already. I think there was a huge celebration, and then I don't know what like,
mm.
but hey, I got a mad respect to those kids. Samkelo
Yeah,
he's a dog.
he was amazing.
That kid is a dog. I mean, I was like, I don't know if you, I think I told you, right? When I said we signed somebody, whatever, and then
Yeah.
how did you know that? No one knows. I was like, hey. And then I
But the
told her,
fact
hey, what?
the fact the correct me if I'm wrong, but Samkelo Sele becomes the first South African to reach the BAL finals, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it tracks back to what you said previously about if South Africa gets the basketball bug, imagine playing 12 Sam Kellos. Are you mad? Like, can we just deep it for a second? Because that man has body. You
I
run
know.
into that, you're
I
falling to the
know. He's
ground.
a rugby
It,
player. He's a rugby player playing
that's what
basketball.
I'm saying. And he's got
Yeah.
basketball
Yeah.
acumen for
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
And
True.
he seems so light on his feet for somebody who has so much body.
He's. I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if you had to play all of them. You,
But that's
I listen, South Africa, just stay where you are. You do not need to play this game because none of us want this smoke. Let's be very clear.
But
I don't want
OG,
it. I'm not
OG,
interested in it.
you're gonna be surprised. I was there, right? I landed, and then on the Uber on the way to the hotel, I was like, yeah, I came here to because of a basketball. Oh, there's basketball. Oh, I said I came here because of the game, and he was like, what game? And then the Uber driver,
Wow.
That's
and honestly,
crazy.
there was nothing saying
Really?
BAL, nothing. I got to my hotel, there was something, this and that, whatever. But listen, I looked on TV. There was cricket. There was rugby. There was this. There was that. There was nothing about
That's
basketball. And then,
And
crazy.
and then I
the
was like,
arenas were sold out. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
it was packed in those arenas. It looked,
"Yo,
I'll be honest, it looked better than it's ever done, like even in
true,
Rwanda and stuff,
true,
because it was
true,
like almost every game was sold
true,
out. Not
true,
every, but almost.
true."
So
And
they
without a
must have
local
done
team,
something to
and
sell
without a
tickets.
no, I
And
think it
without a
Without a
local
local
team
team.
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, without a local team, yeah, yeah, more power. Listen, it was I thought I wasn't welcome in South Africa. I was wrong. I was wrong. People go like, there's people, not fans like Djigo, people that follow my IG page, and then they were like, "Hey, listen, you do a great job, whatever." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, listen." But then I was talking to some people, say, "Hey, some others try to create some beef. There's no beef. There's all love." I was there with my South African
Oh, are
brothers.
you sure about that?
No, there's no beef. I mean, listen, if there's a
I
team,
saw
listen,
I saw I saw him I saw him with the South Africans, and it was all love. I can
yeah.
get
I
Really?
this.
was,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
cool. I'm
Okay.
cool with them. I'm cool with them. And
Our
then
people.
I was next to the Rwandans doing the game, and then they were
Mm,
like, I was next to the APR people. They were like, but then that's what it is. We cannot let others try to go and you players like like puppets and then say, oh,
mm,
you're gonna go and you go against them because he speaks a different language. You go against no. We
mm,
were listen before we were Nigerian, Rwandans, and Senegalese and whatever. We were all Africans.
mm.
We were all Africans. So whatever, when I walk around in the street, like I'm here in Europe now, they don't say, "Oh, look at that Angolan guy." Okay, I wear my Angolan jersey, or whatever. But no one knows. They just say, "Look
Yeah,
at that
it's true.
black guy," right? So I face the same thing they face.
Yeah.
The same thing. So why would I just because I speak a different language, I'm gonna be different than no, we face the same thing. So and then in order for we just once we wake up and realize, hey, listen, united we're a lot more dangerous. It's
Mm.
over.
Facts.
All right, we're gonna close it
Marcel,
out. Yeah.
just quickly, sorry, I completely forgot, and I don't think I'll be forgiven unless I mention Caleb Gada. My bad. Nigeria. Real talk, we have our own first BAL champion in Caleb Agada, and we should all be very, very proud of his achievement and his accomplishment. And Rivers Hoopers didn't make it to, oh my gosh, guys, I forgot to tell you a hot topic.
What is it? What is it? Go ahead, go ahead.
Kelvin Amayo called me furious because Ndriti, as in NBA Kenya, had made a video about after what's the team called? Rivers Hoopers lost and came out of the BAL, and he was just like, "What's this guy on?" Like, I had malaria. The rest of the team was sick. He was sleeping with a drip. That's how sick he was. And like you could see that in the game. If you watch the game, you could see like he was not at full strength. A few of those players weren't doing well. But basically,
Yeah,
Ndriti
Marcel
went
said that
in on
he
him.
was having a flu.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was worse than the flu. It was malaria. He could have died. Like let's be real. Like malaria is very serious. Um, but he was just so furious that the narrative was going around that like he's fell off and that the team didn't want it enough and they didn't try hard enough, which was not the case at all. So just to set the record very straight, Rivers Hoopers tried really, really hard. They just, this year wasn't their year. It was really tough for them. They were battling a lot of different enemies, but God has a plan. They'll come back next year, bigger, stronger, better, badder. And Just like Caleb Agada was able to lift the trophy this year, the Rivers Hoopers and Niger will lift the trophy together
Oh,
next year.
you calling it? You calling it?
I'm calling it now. I'm just going for
Okay,
it.
there you
Don't do it.
go.
FIFA,
There
you
you
need to
go.
write this down. You need to write it down,
There
FIFA.
you go. There you go.
Yo,
I
I'm
mean,
my
gonna
man,
believe
for
in
me,
my
you
team
know,
the way Pedro believes in his team.
There you
That's
go.
that's what
exactly.
it is.
That's
Yeah.
the
oh,
thing.
Even without
Yo,
home court like
Jigo,
you do
others.
believe in them.
I don't need home court advantage because we haven't got a court. Like we be playing outside, so it's fine.
Jigo,
Wow, excuse
every
me.
year except season one has home court advantage. It does nothing.
Exactly.
It does nothing. But hey, today
What
we
do you
don't
mean
throw
I
stones
did
at Jigo.
nothing? What are you
We
talking
don't throw.
about? I
We
still
You
went
don't
to
got
the
throw.
your
finals
MVP.
2 years
You
ago.
got your
Hold
MVP.
on.
You got the
Hold
MVP.
on.
I
Hold
got
on,
an
my G.
MVP.
Hold
Here you
on.
talking about?
Hold
Oh
on.
my
Hold
gosh,
on.
shit.
Please. Hold on. I
I'm
was saying.
listening.
I was saying today we did not throw stones at my boy because not only he has two Senegalese claiming the third place. I mean, one Senegalese claiming the third place, which is Youssou,
Nice.
and you have Jean-Jacques Boissy being the first Senegalese to win a BAL trophy. Not only that, but he's the whole star five. Yeah, top scorer, MVP, champion,
Tell him. Yeah, tell him,
and
listening.
see your life.
Tell him,
I see your life.
please tell him because I know that
Don't forget
you
the
still
most
have.
important one. OG's boyfriend. Like that's important.
So Jigo,
You
my
know what,
man,
BL's?
congrats for today's
Yeah,
year. Like it was a final
thank you.
for Iceville de Dakar. You were super mad. I understand that, but God did
Yeah,
not forget about you, and
Hmm.
it's well
and
deserved.
yeah,
Like the
the thing that BL did, it's really giving me really good confidence for the upcoming AfroBasket. Because I mean, I feel like if the coaches and our coaching staffs watch the BL, they will probably know how to use better Jean-Jacques Boissy, just like Coach Ford did with Al Ahly. He came off the bench. Every time that he came off the bench, you can see Al Ahly is building a lead, right? And he's a main leading scorer off the bench. You have Yusundoy also playing good. You have also Babacar Sane playing good. I mean, I'm just very. Let's see what AfroBasket going to give us. But I really have confidence on this one. Yeah, and yeah, shout out to Jean-Jacques Boissy. You know, it wasn't easy for him. As I feel like he showed really resilience. I mean, he worked hard to be in that spotlight, in that step in his career, like to win the MVP of the BL. So this is such a big accomplishment because Jean-Jacques is literally a pure product of our local hoops, right? He played in the 18 with Senegal, he played in the 19 with Senegal, he played in our local league, he played with Douane, from a young kid from Sibak, and yeah, just now on the top of African basketball. What can you say about it? And then yesterday, another guy, Branco Baggio, scored 28 points to lead Valence. So guys, AfroBasket is coming, and we're here.
I have
I
no faith your side is going to do anything in AfroBasket, but
Cheers.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. I think we've already discussed this. Senegal is on a downward spiral. You're not winning AfroBasket, bro. Like let's just leave it as that, okay?
Senegal
to
Are you
is
calling it?
listen,
Because now I'm
listen.
saying nothing.
Can I just tell you something?
I'm calling you're not winning.
OG,
let's
Yes,
Senegal
go.
sir.
is to Afrobasket what Jigo is to our quiz.
That's a L. That's a L. Because what
Hope
you
for
know why?
everything.
Yo,
We have
but
six AfroBasket champions. See,
I
you're
have
talking about
I have the feeling
six
that today
AfroBasket.
Oh gosh.
I have the feeling that today Jigo will win that quiz. I
Oh,
have that feeling. But
I'm
hey,
so
to close
finished.
things about this BL chapter, more than 25 Afrobasket players played this year BL, and most of them stood out. from Morocco to Senegal to Kigali, Rwanda, and South Africa. We saw great talents, and for sure this summer will be epic. In just one sentence, all of you guys, what can you say about these AfroBasket players' performance ahead of the AfroBasket? Let's go with you, OG.
Sorry, I missed everything you said. I'm trying to edit this content that's going
Go
out.
to the corner.
I'm
Go.
going. I'm leaving. Just
And
leave.
shoot
Sorry. I'm
trees.
so sorry. I literally all I heard was OG. You have something to say, and I was like, what? What's happening here?
All right,
I would
you're gonna
say
follow. Uh, Jigo, yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
I would say I would say sensational.
Sensational. All right. And you, P Funk.
Inspiring, honestly. And then in this case, I want to say because of what? Babaka Sane. I love that kid. He's gonna be a problem. He's too strong
From
for.
where?
He's too
From
for,
where?
from the NBA Academy. He's too strong.
You know that's not what I wanted to hear, but go ahead.
Okay, from the G League. He's too strong for. He's too strong for three man to guard him, and he's too fast for a 4 man to guard. So he's a matchup problem. Yeah.
Yep.
Hi,
Okay.
Sane,
And now
formerly
he's
known
making
as Samba.
trees. You guys have a problem. He's making trees
Yeah.
now.
His
Yeah.
Shoot
game
But
has
around
definitely
he's not
at
making
the
free
spring.
throws. So we just
yeah,
foul
that's a
him.
problem.
We just foul his ass, send him to the line. Hack of Sane. Hack of Sane. Like
I dare you to see that shit ain't gonna worry.
OG. So Jigo said sensational. P
Mhm.
Funk said inspiring. What is the word that can recap the performance of those 28 Afro basket players who played to this year's BAL?
Entertaining.
All right. Cool, cool, cool. I keep that in mind.
Why would you say
And
entertaining though?
entertaining.
Because here's the thing for me, right? You said inspiring, and for me, I'll be honest, I think Al Ali was inspiring. I get that. But if I weigh up the two big competitions that are happening this year, I am more excited and more intrigued about the women's competition than the men's because I just think it's going to be a better competition in terms of what's the word when people are clashing. What do you call that when they're competitiveness? That's the word.
Competitive, yeah.
I feel
Rivalries.
like the women's competition is more competitive than the men. And I know we've spoken about this before, so I'm not going to dwell on about it. What I do think the BAL does do is highlight our clubs. And for Al Ali, that was exciting for me to watch. They were inspiring, they were engaging, they were all those things. But in terms of the rest of the teams, it was kind of like watching the same old, same old. They just switch out one or two players here and there. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, guys. Men's basketball is dead. Sorry.
Ooh. Next title of episode 26, huh?
Just throwing it out there.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for all of these topics. It was super exciting. Now, let's grab your papers, grab your pens. It's about to go down. The Swish Nomads quiz is here. Are you guys ready?
Let me go grab a. Let me grab a paper. What?
See, he's never. This is why he never wins because he's never ready.
Zero for
Wow, I got
everything.
home. What are you talking about?
I. Oh, he's gone. See, it's just.
All right.
Oh gosh. It,
Today's quiz
yeah,
will
gone.
be about 5 questions.
Got you.
Yeah, these are easy ones, like
They
really
better
easy
be.
ones. I didn't want to make things complicated.
It's been a tough week.
Yeah, it's been a tough week, but questions today are really easy.
okay.
The least that you can have is 4 out of 5. Countless bonus questions.
Chico's
Because
Chico's gonna get zero.
Guys, I told you I have a terrible headache.
Okay, sorry. Go right. Right, let's
Classic.
go because he needs to get some sleep. Let's go.
Yeah. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay. So let's go for the quiz. Question number one.
Wheeze.
Which player holds the record of most 3-point made in a single BAL game?
I actually don't know the answer to that.
Oh, I know how many.
What's his name?
Wait.
I know what team he's from. I think.
I think
Which
we all know.
which player holds the records of most 3-point made in a single BAL game?
And how many?
But
No, don't say how many.
No, 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 no. So he said already. So if this is my bonus question. So if you find the answer, you have the point. The bonus question is how many threes that player made.
Okay.
Okay, just to help a person who only turned up for the final because some of us were busy working. Is the player
oh
from
wow.
AP?
Yeah,
What?
he's from APR.
Okay, so then it's who I'm thinking of. Thank you.
No
But the
hints.
thing is, do
That's
you know his name? The
No,
amount
but
of
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna write a random African name down and we'll see in it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know if you guys
Show
can
the
see it.
answers.
Mine is wrong. I don't know.
What does that say?
Can you put your phone closer to the camera?
Close it. Wait.
I can't say. Oh, Will Perry. Oh,
I said
is it?
Okoyo, but I don't know. Oh,
I put
with
in
10 three
Poyo
pointers.
and I
I
put
don't know his
7.
name, but I don't know.
Eight.
It's something Oyo, man, something like that.
Yes, I feel like it's in Poyo. In
Yeah,
Poyo. En
All
Poyo.
right.
yeah.
En
So
Poyo.
so the answer is Axel Mpoyo from
Thank you. That's what I
Rwanda.
Yep.
said. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I get a
10
point.
So
trees.
P-Funk,
Will
P-Funk,
Perry.
P-Funk, I'm sorry, you have 0 points.
How many threes did he make? Just out of interest.
10. 10 trees.
Did he make 10?
He actually made 10, 10 out of 17.
Uh,
See
Out
who
of
is leading
17.
with 2 points? We got
Oh my gosh.
Djigo. Congrats,
I'm very
Djigo.
proud of myself that I knew his name was Empoyo. I didn't know his name was Axel. That's a strong name. Also, you're a very
but
handsome
you
man. So
probably
holler at your
saw it
girl.
in on the news or something like
Follow
that.
him on social
Some
media. Sally got the sauce.
All right, let's go. Question 2.
Question number 2. Which teams will represent Africa in the FIBA?
Oh, I know.
He hasn't finished the
I know
question.
what you're talking
in
about.
the
I
FIBA
know.
what?
Hold on.
In the FIBA what?
Women under 19 World Cup 2025.
Oh,
Oh, you
Which
don't know, huh?
teams will represent Africa in the FIBA Women Under 19 World Cup 2025?
I gotta type this.
If Djigo gets
Uh,
this right, I will be so impressed. I
5,
might buy that man a t-shirt.
4,
I'm waiting
3,
for my t-shirt.
2, 1. Show the answers.
You did
Which
not put Senegal, Pedro. Did you not watch the under 18s
I
Afrobasket? What's wrong
forgot.
with
I
you?
forgot.
so Pifong, you
What did
said
he put?
Mali and
Mali and
Senegal.
Cameroon. That's gonna represent the
Yeah.
boys. He said the girls.
Oh, sure.
You don't. This is the.
So
He never listens to the question.
the answer is Nigeria and Mali. So
Mali, thank you so
Oh
much.
yeah.
OG,
Oh
you got
yeah,
3.
thank you.
Jigo, you got 1.
I got one
No,
Jigo
too,
got 1, so you got 2 points.
and I got one.
No, 3. You got 3 points as well.
yeah, all together because he had 2 from the previous one. Yeah.
Yeah, and 1 point for my boy
I still gotta catch
Pifong.
up. Fuck, I forgot. I was gonna say Nigeria, but then
Petro, if you let Jigo beat you, I don't think I can look you in the eye.
but I think
I'll
listen,
just be honest.
yo,
Like,
I'm gonna lose it.
I just will be honest.
Hey, Petro just got me like but it's all good. I still got 3 questions, right? Let's go.
Lucy, if you hear this right now, I have the title. The curse is broken.
It's not. It's only broken
Which
if
girls
he
are we
wins.
talking about?
And Lucy doesn't pick the title of the episodes. I
I
pick the
have,
titles of the episodes.
I have a feeling that Djigo will win. I have that feeling
Wow.
that Djigo will win.
Unless you called him and gave
You
him the
are
answers, I don't think he's
No.
winning.
you are very very optimistic, my brother.
Question number three. Question number three.
Yep.
Which quarterfinal game
Oh Lord.
happened in 2023 Women Afrobasket that will have in this year
Oh,
Women
come on.
Afrobasket in the group phase?
How would I know that?
In the group phase?
I watched the
Which
game and I can't tell
Wait,
you.
wait,
I
wait,
was
wait,
there
wait,
for the draw. I
wait,
can't tell you.
wait.
which
Which
quarterfinal
quarter-final
game
game?
happened in
Quarterfinals?
2023 Women Afrobasket
Oh, I
that
think.
we have in this year Women Afrobasket in the group phase?
Oh, I think I know.
Oh, who were the groups though? Oh, it's a freaking
I think I
joke.
know. I think I know. I think I know. Okay.
Okay, I'm
I
just gonna
was
write something down, see what happens.
I was talking about this game all along.
Can you give us one of the
No, there's no
teams?
teams. There's no teams. Come on, let's
No?
go. I think I know. I think I know.
Wait,
In women's, right?
who's it gonna be?
Yes,
Yes,
in the women's.
In the group phase?
And I was saying the hint is that I was saying that this is the game I just want to watch again.
in the group
Oh
phase.
yeah.
Quarterfinals?
But I don't know if.
Who's in
Which
the
Quarterfinals?
quarterfinal
groups?
game?
Okay.
Which quarterfinal game happened in 2023 Women Afro Baskets that we will have in this year's Women Afro Baskets in the group phase?
Okay. Can we do it? I know. I think I know.
I don't have that one.
Do you guys want a
I don't have.
hint?
No, no hints. Let's go. Let's go. No
No,
hints. Let's go. Let's go.
no.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beep.
Five, four, three,
Oh, I'm gonna change my answer.
two, one.
Wait. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Show.
I've lost my screen. 1 second.
So P-Funk put Nigeria and Mozambique. OG, what do you
Ah,
have?
Nigeria, Rwanda.
Hmm. And you, P-Funk, Djigo?
He put
Nigeria,
Nigeria,
Nigeria, Mozambique.
Mozambique.
Nigeria, Mozambique is the good answer.
Damn it!
Really? Hey
Why
man.
is Chico getting these right?
I
Because
don't know.
I remember, like Marcel was always talking about it. Yeah, I want to watch it. I want to watch it. I remember that.
This
Yeah.
is crazy.
And you said in one episode, OJ, you said Group D for you is the group of death.
I did
Nigeria,
say that.
powerhouse. Mozambique, powerhouse.
Yeah.
Powerhouse. Rwanda,
Rwanda, upcoming
powerhouse.
powerhouse.
Oh my God. Jigo better start losing,
So
man. There's
Everybody
two more.
powerhouse.
Two more.
Jigo, you need to get the next
So
one wrong. Don't do this to us.
Jigo
Don't
got
embarrass
Jigo,
us
five,
on
and I
our own
got 3.
podcast.
5 and I got 3.
Jigo, you
Okay.
got 4
I got
points.
3 as well. That's
Oh,
crazy.
4, 2. 4,
Jigo,
4, 3,
you got
2.
4 points. OG, you got 3. P Funk, you got 2.
Okay.
Question
Wait,
number
what
4.
is happening here?
Oh, for everything about to be over.
Yep. After 25 episodes. After
Wow.
25. That's crazy.
I'm
Question number
done.
four.
Lord have
Let's
Hey,
go.
mercy.
I'm only here for the fun, guys.
Yeah, for the fans.
It's not
Okay,
the
let's go.
competition. I'm doing it
Question
for the
number
fans.
4. Are you guys ready for question number 4?
Yes.
Okay. So, after more than a decade, after more than a decade, one African team will make its comeback on the continental stage in this year's Men Afrobaskets. Which team is that?
What? What are you talking about?
After more than a decade,
Wait. Ah,
I'm
Lord.
after
ready.
more than a decade, one African team will make its comeback
Oh, wait.
on the continental stage in this year's Men Afrobaskets.
Oh,
Which
crap. It's
team
between
is
two
that?
teams.
Uh,
Oh,
I more than a
I'm gonna
decade.
change my answer.
It's
I'm gonna change
probably
my answer.
Angola.
You're such a waste, man.
Oh my god. I have the
Oh,
question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Me too.
After more than a decade, one African team will make its comeback on the continental stage in this year's men Afrobasket.
I
Which
think it's between two teams, to be
Me
honst.
too. But I got. We
And
can only pick
yeah,
one.
and
So
I've written both of them down.
no,
And
no, no,
when
you
he
did
says five, yeah, no, when he says five, I'll decide which one I display.
five,
I don't have
four,
that one. That one
three,
sucks.
two, one. Show the papers.
Wait, what does yours say?
So,
DRC. How can it be DRC? They were in the last Afrobasket.
oh shit, yeah.
Guinea was also in the last Afrobasket. What's wrong with you
before
people?
you
Really?
put you put
Yeah, what do you mean,
just
really? Usman was
I
there.
didn't know.
True, true.
OG OG you said
Libya or
Madagascar. Yeah.
Madagascar.
no, 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 no,
Yes.
no, no,
No,
no,
I
no,
said
no.
Libya. I said Libya. I'm
You
sorry.
said Libya, all right. Before you put DRC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And Jigo, what about you?
Put Guinea.
I put Guinea,
Put
bro.
Guinea.
Guinea was there. Come
He
on.
put Guinea was there.
Yeah.
I did
All
the
right.
dance with them on Media Day.
So the answer is
Libya, please, Libya.
Please
the
be
answer
Yeah,
Libya,
is
it's
not
Libya.
Libya.
Madagascar. Yes.
I have a
Sadi,
bon-
we're locked in. We're locked in.
I have a bonus question for question number 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Give the year of the
Oh, stop it.
last AfroBasket participation.
Whew.
Well, it's over 10 years. So we're in 2025. So it's got to be like 18, 1825. Wait, no.
Wait,
How does
What?
maths work? Hold on. Wait, what? 1925? Is that a year?
1925?
I don't understand how years work. Help me. Wait, how does the maths wait? How do you do maths
so
on
it
this?
has to be like 2015
Hey,
or something.
when, when
2015,
when was when
2013.
was last
No,
Afro basket?
because he said 10. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's minus
He
10.
Yeah.
said decade.
He was like, she was like 18.
But how many decades though, Marcel? After 1 or 2
He said
decades?
for more than a
No, more than
decade.
one.
So it's
So
only
yeah.
one
So I think
decade.
it's like
More
20,
than
So
one decade.
logically,
2013,
it's going to be
2013
20.
or 2015. No,
Yeah, it's going to
2011
be.
2013
or
or
2011.
27.
2011 or
Why would it
20.
be 2011? That's more than
Yeah, he
10
said
years.
more than a decade. So it could be, yeah,
Oh, so 2011,
2011.
2013, and
I would say
2015.
2011.
I'm going with 2011. That sounds logical to me.
Do you guys want a hint?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
yes, yes. Because I need to beat Djigo.
You sure?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the first hint is that I said more after more than a decade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Decade is 10 years.
yeah.
yes. So it's
So
not
more than
We
2015.
know.
so more than a decade is plus 10 years, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We've worked out.
Second hint, Afro basket in that time happened every 2 years.
Yeah.
Yes, we've worked that out too.
15,
You're
13,
not giving us hints. We
15,
literally worked that out.
15,
I
13,
don't
or
do
11.
you understand what a hint is? Like, you have to tell us something we don't know.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You sure?
yeah. God.
My man is not ready. Jigo is not ready. Show the
Who that?
papers then.
Nah. My paper's here. What are you talking about?
Jigo, what did you mention?
2011.
You know what? I went rogue. I said 2009. I just went rogue.
No,
2009?
no, it's too
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
It's
I
too
went rogue.
far.
Two,
He
two,
said more than a
2000,
decade.
2013 for Jigo.
Jigo, did you say 13 or 11?
No, I said 11. 11.
He said
Okay,
11.
and you, P-Funk?
Me too.
So the correct answer is 2009.
God is good. God is
Really?
We
See
adore
my
you well,
connection
oh my
working.
soul. Rise up and
So wait,
praise
That
wait,
the
is
wait.
pure
It's a
Lord.
tie, right? It's
connection.
a
Do you know something in my head said, nah, bro. Like just go back one more time. Just go
yo,
back
it's a
once.
tie then.
Guys,
Wow.
guys,
2009.
I
I had
said
11 and I changed it to 9. Look at
what
That is sick.
if you remember minutes ago, I said 14 years ago Mohamed Sadi was
Oh, he watched
watching
it in
Afro basket and
Libya.
he was watching Carlos Moraes. He was watching Angola
Oh,
play in his home country. That's what I
Oh,
okay.
said.
that's so
Do you
clever.
think that we're getting attention to all these details? No, we have stuff to do. What are you talking about? 14 years ago, I
So
was watching my grown-man heroes.
so
Where are we? What are we
wait.
doing?
Let me ask you something. It's 4-2, right?
The points. Points.
Oh, the point. So OG is having OG
No,
got
just
5.
5-4. Oh,
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
5-4. Okay.
We're gonna beat Chico. We're gonna beat
Djigo.
Chico. That's all we need to do. We
Wow,
are now
that's the
Chico's
whole
boss. We're
agenda
Chico's
against
boss.
me.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Fam, it will be your own people, but I cannot let you succeed. I am waiting for your downfall.
It will be
OG
your own people.
Five,
OG, you got
four,
5 points.
five,
Two
four,
I
two.
against
can't let you
me.
win. I can't let you win. What do you
Let's
mean?
tag
How
team.
can you be losing for 25
Djigo,
episodes then just wake up and win? Kind of not. Do you know what people will think of me and P Funk? They will think we are
I
scrubs, and I
know.
cannot allow
I
it.
know. Your fans gonna get the haters. I don't care. Let's go. Let's
Djigo, you
go.
got 4 points,
Absolutely not.
and P Funk, you got 3. You got two.
We just got to get one
You,
more. That's it.
okay. Question number 5 has a bonus point.
Oh Lord.
I'm talking about my guy. Question number 5.
Matt
Solo
Costello.
Diabate
Oh.
has 4 straight BAL finals appearances. True
Mm-hmm.
or false? Listen to the question
Oh, okay,
very
okay,
well.
okay, okay, okay.
Solo Diabate has 4 straight BAL finals appearances. True or false?
No straight? Really?
There's only been 5 anyway. So
Hmm.
Suleiman Diabate has 4 straight BAL final appearances. Is it true or false?
5,
I'm ready.
4.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show the papers.
What does Chico's one say? He says
P
false as
Funk,
well.
I said
P Funk, you
false.
said false, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 OG, you said
All of us,
false,
I guess.
right?
Yes, I did. Yeah, we all said
What
false.
was that true about? What was that true about?
Because I thought it was true and then I changed my mind. I'm allowed to do that. Just like I thought it was 2011 and I changed it to 2009.
Djigo, you said
She have
false, right?
she have little angels whispering in her head. Like, hey,
No,
Carol, don't do that. I said
what can I
false.
say? God protects me.
All right.
God looks after his children.
So the perfect answer
Really?
is false.
Okay. Well done.
Okay, now
Yes.
So hold on.
Okay.
OG,
Oh, but we all got it right.
you got 6 points.
Yes.
Jigo, you got 5. P Funk, you got
Yep.
3 points, right? You got 3 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
So bonus question. What is his BL finals record?
What do you mean?
How many wins and how
Oh,
many
okay. Sorry.
losses
you
that
mentioned
he
that
has?
before. You know, you mentioned that before, and I know that. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I wasn't probably listening. Where are we?
What are you doing? When everyone is on this podcast, what are you actually doing?
No, I said two. I said 2 out of 4 finals. Like,
Okay.
So,
2 and
okay.
2. 2 and 2 is the correct answer,
Yes.
mm.
which means that
The streak
OG.
continues. The streak.
Yes. Come on. Come on. What? Listen, Jigo, listen. Winning isn't
It's
easy. It actually
always your
takes a lot of
own
hard work.
people.
It's always
It's
your
It's
own
no.
always
people.
your own
Sometimes it's just
people.
you. Sometimes it's just you. I think in this respect, you lost it.
Oh my
You didn't
God.
want it hard enough. You were Petro and I was Al Ali. That's what this was.
Oh my.
Don't call me Yumo
Hey,
Petro. I'm rooting against
hey,
Petro. What do you
don't
mean?
don't call it a
Just saying.
comeback. She never left, man. She never left.
Thank you.
She
Thank
never
you.
left.
This was wonderful. That was a great quiz, Marcel. I loved how all the answers were actually in the conversations we had.
True.
If Jigga had been paying
Yeah,
attention, he probably would have won.
he was DMing his fans. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, he was sitting there drinking his non-alcoholic beverage.
Maybe he was too tipsy for the
I
answers. That's
know.
why he
That's what
lost
it
by
was. He
one.
was too tipsy,
Oh
bro.
Lord.
And you notice he's in his
Oh,
bedtime clothes. He's showing everybody chest. He's trying to get his little chest hairs are out. Like for what? Who's that for?
what are we
All
talking
right,
about?
Are you doing
Oh my god!
OnlyFans later? Is that the plan?
But
Like you finish
Whoa,
this
whoa,
and then
hold
you start your
on.
OnlyFans dancing. I'm so
but you
confused.
might you,
He's got the red curtain behind him. Do you see that? Like the lighting is gonna change
yo,
and
I don't
everything.
see anything. I'm just, today I got some equipment issues. So I'm just looking at the Apple logo like this, just where I'm looking at. But anyways, but check this out. Check this out. The streak continues, you know?
Yeah.
The streak continues. You was gonna talk so much.
Lucy, Lucy, you need to change that title. And I think the streak
The,
continues is
st-
better because
the streak
not only
continues.
it reflects our episodes going on,
Yeah.
but zero for everything still
Zero for
continues.
everything. Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you something. This trick will go end if I take this thing very, very, very. I'm taking
Seriously.
this thing very, very, very
So
seriously.
what have you been doing before? I'm so
I've been
confused.
playing around. I've been
Okay.
playing around with you guys.
You
Now
know?
I'm taking it
Wait,
very, very,
do you guys
very
remember?
seriously.
Do you
What are
guys
we talking
remember American Pie? There was like this one time a band camp. One time a band
Yeah.
camp. He just dozes off. He goes to
Oh my
So
god.
basically, hold on, Jigo, are you telling me next week's episode you're coming to win the quiz? Is that what you're doing?
Oh yeah, but I'm saying
but
even I'm not winning, but I
What's
won't
the
be
butt
last.
for?
You know.
Okay, all right.
I,
Do
All
you know
right.
yeah.
next week Jonathan is back? Just so you know, just so you
the
know.
encyclopedia,
Oh
remember
God,
the
Wikipedia is
encyclopedia.
coming back.
Yeah.
Oh sheesh, here we go again.
Here we go
No,
And
but
we
again.
record
was
at what 1 a.m. Island time,
so you'll
so
be tired.
so we'll be tired.
No, but for real, this time I thought he was gonna get it. Honestly, I was
I
because it would not stop. It would not
I
stop.
was
He was like,
scared.
"Oh, Jean-Jacques Boissy, and we got this, and I won the quiz, and Petro lost,
Quiz.
and you guys suck."
We wouldn't have heard the end of it.
No,
It would be Christmas, and he'd be like, "Remember that time when I beat you guys in a quiz? How about that?"
God knows what he's doing.
sucks to be you. Sucks to be you. No, but honestly, it was a great episode, a great quiz. Oh my God, that was like, hey,
All right, let's
All
take us
right.
home, Chelo.
Thank
It's
you.
good.
Thank you so much, guys.
Wow.
Like today I learned a lot. I had fun. It was good. We were talking about perspective about growing the game, who can beat South Sudan, BAL coming to an end, and the quiz. Not only the hot topic as well. But hey, thanks for everyone. Thanks to P Funk, Jigo, OG, and Jonathan. I know it's been good being with you guys, but we need to wrap this up. And I'll leave the floor to OG for what the thing again?
Final thought.
final
The
Final
thought.
final
thought.
talk. No
Yeah,
worries.
final thoughts.
What's the thing again? What are we talking
Um,
about?
the final thought is going to be about youth basketball with the under 19s coming up in a few days. Well, in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
less than two
yeah.
weeks. How do we think our teams will fare against the bigger teams on the global stage? We know that a lot of work has gone into the preparation for Cameroon and Mali. So, what do you think they're going to do differently that gives us a better result than the last time they came to the competition?
That's nice. Thank you so much, OG. Once again, P-Funk, thank you. Jigo, thank you. You were close to break the
Almost.
curse, but you still
I
need to
will be
work
there
on
no matter
JJ
what.
Bossy.
I'll win for my people. Yeah. Pinky
Jean-Jacques,
promise, guys.
Jean-Jacques. Yeah, you got it.
Jean-Jacques.
Jean-Jacques.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will from
Jean-Jacques.
the MVP of
Jean-Jacques,
the switch number
guys,
quiz.
Jean-Jacques Boissy will become like at the end of his career, Jean-Jacques Conceição. That That's what I believe. But hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, drop the comments, participate, be interactive with us. You can follow Swish Nomads on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Twitter is X. You
Yeah.
can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, and on YouTube as
Apple
well. But the
Music.
best,
Not Apple Music, Apple Podcast. Wait, are we
Apple.
even on Apple Podcast?
Oh, really?
Jigo, did you
We're
do
not
the
there
thing?
yet.
Oh, we're not there yet. He didn't do
Oh,
the
We're
thing
not there yet.
It
because he
was
doesn't take the podcast
he was
seriously.
preparing for the quiz. Don't worry, it's all good.
Yeah, that's what it was. He was doing his homework.
Djigo is working hard. Don't blame me. He's working hard.
Sorry, Jigo. Sorry. In your bedtime clothes with your little chest hairs hanging out.
No OF tonight. But hey, the best thing is to follow us on YouTube, watching those episodes. It's a lot of fun. You'll learn a lot about basketball. And we're here for you guys talking about African basketball only.
Yeah.
It's a
And you
wrap.
will also see a grown man and a grown woman being a little kid on YouTube live.
He's just hating. He's actually
Haters
hating.
gonna hate, man. Haters gonna hate.
Oh.
That's a
All right,
wrap.
that's it. We're
We
done.
out.
That's it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you next
Oh.
week.